Good morning. My name is Mr. Kreider, and I would like to welcome all students and staff members to the 2015-2016 school year. Many of you recognize that this is my first year here at North Allegheny, and I would like to thank all students and teachers who have assisted in making my transition positive. This past summer, I had the opportunity to meet with many of you, and I'm continuously impressed with your level of enthusiasm, dedication, and pride you have in North Allegheny. Each year presents new opportunities for all of you to expand your academic capacity and to engage in new and exciting curriculum that will enrich your life and hopefully aligns with your future aspirations. We are all extremely proud of NASH, and collectively we strive to make it stronger. To accomplish this goal, we rely upon your ability to make good decisions and approach each day with a positive and enthusiastic attitude. Over the next few days, Mr. Young, Mr. Buchak, and I will review policies from the NASH Student Handbook and the North Allegheny Code of Conduct. These documents outline student expectations, summarize board policy, provide clarity for procedures, create a safe environment, and promote healthy environment for learning. First up is Mr. Young.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Young. Welcome back to school. The first topic we want to discuss this morning is NASH as a closed campus. Students must have permission to leave campus during school hours. Examples of permission to leave campus would be if you have an early dismissal, you have an early release, or if you're scheduled for an academic field trip. Students may not leave the building during the school day unless they are supervised by a teacher or have a principal's permission. Students must have a principal's permission to go to the student parking lot during the school day. During the school day, there are certain areas of the school that students need permission to be in. Unless scheduled for a phys ed class, students are prohibited from being in the phys ed locker rooms, phys ed hallways, or phys ed stairwells without the permission of a principal. Being in the student parking lot during the school day without permission from a principal is also prohibited. Loitering in the first floor student locker areas during lunch or during class time is also prohibited. A couple changes this year concerning cafeteria behavior. Students are to eat their lunch in the cafeteria. Students are not permitted to eat lunch outside, in the locker areas, hallways, or classrooms. Students are not permitted to leave the building or campus during lunch. The only exception would be, when weather permits, students may go outside directly in front of the cafeteria once they have finished eating. Students must stay in the cafeteria until the bell rings, ending their lunch period. Students are not permitted on the second or third floors at any time during their lunch period. Students must throw their trash away and return their plates, trays, and utensils when done eating. Theft of food at any time will result in a 5-day in-school suspension. Parking and driving regulations. Students are expected to read and understand all student parking and driving regulations that are listed in the student handbook on pages 9 and 10. Ignorance of the rules will not be an accepted excuse for parking driving violations. Parking and driving regulations will be strictly enforced at all times. Driving and parking on school property without a permit will result in a suspension from school, and it is possible that you could have your vehicle towed. Some common student parking violations that you want to avoid. Parking in the red zone or handicap spaces is prohibited. Driving behind the school building at the end of school to exit the school property is also a safety violation and is prohibited. Any left-hand turn leaving or entering the tennis court entrance or exit to or from Route 19 is also prohibited, and more importantly, it is dangerous and you could cause an accident. Repeated unexcused tardiness to school will result in students losing their parking driving privileges. In addition to these common violations, over the years, we have had students coming up Pine Creek Hill who make left-hand turns into businesses in order to avoid having to wait at the light. This has many times led to or almost led to an accident. Safety is our #1 concern. Please drive safely.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Buchak, and welcome back to school. And those who are new to our building, welcome to NASH. Today, or this portion, we'll be discussing the smoking tobacco policy. Smoking, chewing tobacco, or using any type of e-cigarette or vapor inhaling device is prohibited on school property and at all school-sponsored events. All violators will receive disciplinary action ranging between a 1 to 3 day suspension to the possibility of being fined at our local magistrate.
At NASH, we are extremely fortunate to have a host of technology at our fingertips. Technology enhances the learning environment. This policy applies to all district students who use district computers, computer networks, and internet facilities. Internet access, email, computers, technology, and network resources are available to students in the district for educational and instructional purposes and other purposes consistent with the educational mission of the district to facilitate learning. Access to and use of district computers, network, and information technologies are considered a privilege, not a right or an entitlement. Students should understand that this privilege may be restricted or revoked. Students are advised and should be aware that school files, such as email, files on thumb drives, and files on the network are not private. The district reserves the right to log, monitor, and review internet email and other network use of each user. Some basic rules of etiquette to keep in mind to protect yourself. Do not reveal personal information about yourself or others. Be polite and use appropriate language. Do not use the internet or email in a way that would harm or interfere with others' rights to access the curriculum. Using, sending, displaying, or disseminating offensive, abusive, or obscene language, files, photographs, images, or material through the district's computer and network systems. Bottom line, be respectful. Electronic devices are available to many students at NASH. Electronic devices can be used for good reasons, and they can also be used for bad reasons. Electronic devices shall include all devices that can take photographs, record audio or video, store, transmit, or receive material, or provide a wireless, unfiltered connection to the internet. Student-owned electronic devices generally include cell phones, portable pads, and computers, however can be expanded to include a larger range of devices. Students should be aware that the district is not liable for the loss, damage, or misuse of an electronic device brought to school by a student. Inappropriate use of these devices include, but is not limited to, the following examples: using the device during instructional time without a teacher's permission. Using the device in locker rooms is strictly prohibited. Using any application of an electronic device which is not directly relevant to the instruction in the classroom and authorized by the classroom teacher. Taking, storing, disseminating, transferring, viewing, or sharing of obscene, lewd, inappropriate, unauthorized, or otherwise illegal images or photographs, whether by electronic data transfer or other means, including but not limited to texting and emailing. Using any electronic device for purposes which are in direct violation of other provisions within the Code of Conduct, such as harassment, cyber harassment, cheating, or otherwise violating academic integrity.